Hello, this is Marion Penna coming to you from seemstobesew.com today. I'm creating a tutorial on showing you how I, excuse me, to show you how I create fabric shapes in EQ that I can use to help me compare my fabrics to my shapes when I'm preparing to get an applique block ready to stitch out. What I have here is the block I made for the Autumn Applique Animals EQ blog hop that Bee is sponsoring currently, and it's going on this week. And I've decided to create a set of videos of tips I do every day in EQ versus just another how to draw tutorial, simply because I've already done that 3 times, and those really give you good basics for drawing already. I went over those videos and they're in good shape, so there's nothing that I really need to correct in those. So anyway, what we're doing here is I've made this shape in this block, and I've incorporated it into the pattern file already, the PDF that is downloadable on the website. And what you're going to be seeing here is we're going to be taking and creating something like this, where you can take the shapes apart on the applique block, and once you want to have everything, you want to have the block done when you do this, because you're essentially making this to help you compare your fabrics to your shapes. And at the same time, it's also helpful if you have die cutting machines such as the Silhouette Cameo. You can compare your layout so that you get all your fabrics laid out properly on how you have your shapes set up in the Cameo to be cut out. This is not a Cameo cutout by any means, but it'll give you an idea of which shapes go with which fabrics, so that when you're setting up your cutout layout, you can get that all done in a row, so that you don't have to lay down a pink fabric to cut out a few shapes and then lay it out again to have to cut another few shapes. Because when EQ is printing out the templates, the fabrics are all over the place. So it just depends. They're making that printed template to fit the shapes as best as possible. So you can have a pink shape on one page and a pink shape on the third page, and the idea of this is to put it all together so that you can see how everything works together. You can have several different types of layouts. You can have one here that shows you your fabrics. When we're done, we'll have this. Oh shoot, sorry, I had my magic canvas turned on. It's an HP software program. Anyway, you can print out this type of an image, or you can print out this type of an image. You can print it out to a PDF file, so that while it shows the key here, you don't really necessarily have to have the key. I've just printed this as a template, and so it has printed out all the templates and such as well. But really, if you print this out as a block to PDF, you can print that out and then attach little samples of your fabric to each shape to help you as well. So the idea of this is we're going to take and open up our normal block again, and I wanted to show you how to take the images apart. Once you have your block all finished drawing and colored, okay, whether it's a motif block or a background type block such as the one here, I did not do this in a background because I really only needed the shapes for I know what my background's going to be, so I didn't want to have to worry about having a background on here as well. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our select tool, and we're just going to start taking and moving our shapes in place. And what I want to try and do here is stay pretty much to the colors as much as I know them. While you're moving these shapes around, you can move your shapes over into this area to give you extra workspace. You can even move them on down here if you so choose. I didn't move these parts, but I will for the sake of this demo so you can see what I mean. I'm just going to put those back. So anyway, that's basically what you do, is you just continue moving all your little parts out, and I try to arrange them as best I can in the colors. It's pretty easy to just click over to the color tab and see the different colors. And I do have to apologize, when you move these out here, I think it's when you move them below, actually, not over here. When you move them below, they'll want to go back to the non-color, so you can just add your color back easily. So anyway, once you get them all shaped, and you can usually fit them all into your square. That's not always the case. There was no way I was going to fit them all in, and that's really why I didn't separate the pumpkin or these smaller pieces, because once I got down to here, I could pretty much tell all the parts. But up in here, there's a lot of parts to this, and I wanted to be sure I got all the colorings taken care of. And this area right in here, especially for this block, is very busy, so it's important to have it cleared a little bit so that you can tell what parts go where. Okay, so now that we're ready to print, if you want to see a printout with the actual fabrics showing, then you want to choose the Showing Fabrics tab on your print block. You can preview to see that it's going to show you these. It's not going to print anything that was out in this area of Electric Quilt. Everything's got to be moved back in here. But you do have a little bit of extra space down in this section if you need to use it. So you can go ahead and do that. And then once you do, you're just going to print it out. Before we print anything though, there are two programs you need to install. I first want to go over how you get the blank shapes in case you want to do that. If you want to do the blank shapes, you would go back to print and then block, and you would just change this to as an applique pattern. When you go here, you can see here that it just gives you a blank pattern. It will give you the shapes as well when they're all in here. So it's pretty simple as you go. The other thing that you might notice is that every time you hit the print button, it's going to add another, if you make a change, it will add another key file in here. So you may end up with quite a few motifs if you continue to click the print button after every few changes. So until you need the print button, I really wouldn't do it. But if you forget to save the shapes file to your sketchbook, then at the very least, when you hit the print tab, it will actually put it in here automatically, like this one. This wasn't here until I clicked on the print tab. And you can see in the video I didn't click my add to sketchpad either. So I'm going to quickly just move these back into place. You'll be able to see the change I'll show you here just quick. Okay, and so I'm going to hit my print, and as you can see, these shapes have moved back into place, and they would print on the preview as well, that way as well. So as you can see here, this will have added another one as well, and because I'm on this tab, the applique tab, it shows them with no coloring. So it's pretty funny how that goes. Or maybe it's because the print was set at applique shape. I'm not real sure which one it could be. Anyway, getting back to what I needed to tell you here, you need to go to pdfill.com. You want to click on the download link here. This is free software that you can use, so you don't need to worry about paying. If you need an editor, it does have a pretty good editor for just $20, but you don't have to buy the editor. This is free software. You just click on the download now button and your link will come up and you can save it to the folder where you need it to go. The other thing is this software requires 2 other softwares to be installed on your PC. And this is going to, the other thing you want to be aware of is that this will install for these operating systems, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. So that's nice as well. If you're in Windows 98 or lower, you'd want to come down here and click these links. You'll need a PDF reader. You do not have to have Adobe installed. If you use a different PDF editor, such as Nitro's or Foxit or Firefox's PDF reader, I forget who it is, or even the SourceForge PDF readers, or even Corel's. Corel has a PDF reader as well. You can have any of those installed, so it's not a requirement to have actually Adobe. You just need a PDF reader installed. The other one is a Ghost Script software. It's common to need this Ghost Script installed for other PDF type editing softwares that usually are freeware based or shareware based. I had this installed already on my PC. Must have been for something else I had installed, but it's common in scanning and printing software. So if you have several PDF type softwares installed already like I do, you may already have Ghost Build, but if you don't, you just click on the plotsoft.com link and it will bring up the exe file for you. And you need to install this as well. Both of these installs with no spam add-ons like what you would get in some freeware installs now. A lot of software writers will add these because they get paid to get these spam programs on your software. Download.com has added this to theirs, so it makes it kind of seem, you have to be aware of what you're installing. You can't just click the next, but with these currently, you can just click through the next buttons and not have to worry about getting additional spam on your software. I did test this on my laptop yesterday when I was making this tutorial as my sample script so I can make this one today. And I know for a fact that there is currently no spam on the software install for these 2 softwares. So once you have those installed, you're then going to go to Electric Quilt. You want to go to the print setup first before you print anything. You want to change it to your PDF image writer, and there's something else we need to do first before we do that. And what we need to do is we need to come to Programs, Utilities, PDF, and then we go to PDF Fill. We come down here to the image writer. We need to set what we need for our output file. I chose to just do BMP, but you could choose any of these. It will open, I think, to this tab, and you just click to the image tab. Once you click your BMP, I didn't change any other settings. Didn't change my resolution because this is not even something I was planning to print out in the first place. But even if you do print it out, you don't need a high resolution because really you're not going to be using it for anything that you need a high resolution for. You could even lower the resolution to 72 if you wanted. But once you do that, then you just want to click Create Image File, and you can make it will make some kind of image file, and I just let it do that. And I'll let it be, and then you can exit. Then you want to just come here, make sure you have clicked PDF Fill, PDF and Image Writer, and it's going to write, instead of printing to your printer or any other PDF type softwares, it will print an image file. So when we come up here to the block, we print our as an applique pattern. This is not going to let me do it because for it to show the fabrics I need to be on the color tab. We're just going to preview this, we're going to look at this, and we're just going to let it print. And I'm going to take this to my desktop so that you can, so I can open this easily, and then I can delete it. So as you can see, this is what it will do. And if all the shapes were in different places, it would have all those shapes in different places. So that's basically how you do this little technique. And then when you want to use the image to help you compare, this is my breast cancer one. I put these actual in a better color order and a better shapes order, I thought. So what these do is I just put it up on my monitor, and it gives me the ability, whether I'm in my Silhouette Cameo software, to lay out the shapes with, or when I'm just putting the shapes onto the fabric, I can iron them in place. Then I have everything all taken care of just by looking at this and making sure I have the shapes correct and that kind of thing. So it's helpful to me because I have bad eyes. But if you don't have bad eyes, you probably wouldn't need this. You probably can get that all on yourself. But because this is such a complicated pattern, this cow, this is really helpful for me because I can make a little printout even, or I can color in I can print out the coloring one, the one that has no fabric colors in it, so that it just prints black and white piece of paper. I can color them in or write in the colors that I need, go upstairs, get my fabrics, and come back down and not have worried about if I got the right thing or not, or if I got all my colors. Yes, I could just write all the fabrics on a piece of paper and be done with it, but it's kind of nice when you're trying to sit there and you think, oh yeah, this goes here and this goes here. So it's helpful to have that little printout. That's my tip for this lesson. I hope you, if nothing else, give it a try and see how you feel about it, and just let me know. And I will talk to you soon I will see you soon with another tip. Have a great day.